Here we go. Now, they did play Cirstea and Eala. They played back in Madrid 24, one of the first main draw matches that Eala got to play. I think it might have actually been her first main draw ever, because she came in as a wild card into that event, and she won her first match and then played Cirstea and lost in the second in a 3-setter. But that was on clay, and we know that Eala's not yet a clay player. But let me have a look. I think it was one of her first ever main draws. Leveler tournament. Here we go. Yeah, so she played in Miami in 21. Hang on, am I reading this right? Are they qualifier matches? Oh. Yeah, so Madrid 2023 was her first. Sorry, Miami. What am I saying? Wait, hang on. Did she play in Romania on clay? 2020. Was that a main draw? Was that a... Oh, must have been. Okay, so I lied. She's played a lot of main draw matches before that. Anyway, so it was Madrid. She beat Sharenko in the first round and then lost to Cirstea in 3 in the second round. So got a set off Cirstea and then went down in 3. But this is a totally different... 2 years later, totally different court, totally different situation. Eala has wildly improved. Sinner in there, by the way. Poppy's got deuce. Poppy has deuce. Poppy has deuce. Sinner tried to go with a Rafa forehand. He missed it. Full house crowd. Yep. Eala is a massive betting underdog. Yeah, she is the underdog in this one, which is I thought was a little bit strange. But then again, Cirstea is in good form, so that's probably why. Deuce. It's probably good that Eala's the underdog for her own mentality, right? She's not supposed to win according to the bookies. Her fans are expecting her to win, I'm sure, but the betting says that she's the underdog, which is probably correct. All right, Sinner advantage. Good serve. Why is it not starting? It's starting in about 20 seconds. Here we go. Cirstea's going to serve. Sinner, by the way, trying to hold. As Popperin sprays the forehand wide, and it's 4-all. God, whoever mentioned about Sinner's shirt, I can't unsee it now. I can't unsee it. It's like, why is he buttoned it up to the top? You've ruined it for me now. Can't watch it. I can't see him without him God, it's going to be uncomfortable, doesn't it? Just undo the first button. God, it looks uncomfortable. Anyways, Cirstea, 15 love, first point. I'm going to go with Eala in 3. I'm going to Eala in 3. As Cirstea serves a fault, second serve. As Cirstea serves. Oh, double fault. All right, 15-all. That's Popperin forehand. 4-all here. Sinner's going to look for the break. Poppy comes in with a smash. Go straight to Sinner on the backhand. Now Poppy's on the baseline with a drop shot in the net. Oh, love 15. Everyone applauding a double fault. Yeah, but it's not that serious. So, all right, 15-all with a second serve. Into the forehand of Eala. Return goes back into Cirstea. Eala backhand long. 30-15. Eala does have her leg strapped. She's had her leg strapped up for the last couple of weeks, on and off. 30-15. Sinner forehand, by the way, is love 15. As the return goes in the forehand of Cirstea, she hits it long, and it's 30-all. Poppy Poppy with a great point. Great volley. $30-all. Poppy hanging in. Great hitting from Popperin. All right, lob goes up by Eala, but it's long, and it's 40-30. Cirstea. Cirstea to take the first game of the match. And Cirstea, the experienced veteran that she is, knows that if she gets off to a good start, this crowd are not going to cheer. So if she can hold and she can, keep in front, it gives the crowd less and less to cheer about. Good serve by Poppy out wide, 30-15. Serving to the forehand of Eala. Return is... Oh, just missed. One loves Cirstea. Why is Cam not reading chat? Because I'm watching 2 matches at once. I'm multitasking. I'm trying, Cher. I'm trying. We're all just trying. All right. First game goes to the Romanian. (30-15) here, Popyrin, as he tries to stay in front. Sinner's making him run, though. Sinner with the forehand down the middle. Poppy, forehand inside out. Sinner gets it with the backhand into the backhand of Popyrin. Sliced to the forehand of Sinner. It's Popyrin backhand again. Into the backhand of Sinner, into the backhand of Poppy. And Sinner with a forehand cross-court. Popyrin gets it. Goes down the line. Sinner with a backhand cross-court. Popyrin's there with his backhand. Sinner with a drop shot. Popyrin's going to get there with a drop shot back. Sinner gets it, but it goes out and Poppy raises his fist. Oh, Jannik, you got to work on those drop shots. Poppy's quick. 40-15. Oh, you're not Carlos yet. Did Sinner get there? He did, but he put it long. Poppy. I love 15 here, Cirstea. Serving to the forehand of Cirstea. Backhand now, slice Eala. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Eala backhand down the middle. Cirstea's there with a backhand down the line, but it's wide. God, Poppy's up for this fight, and I love it. Poppy not playing games, I know. Great serve. Popyrin is serving bombs. 5-4 Popyrin. Let's go. All right, 15-0. Eala serves. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Return. Goes long. 30-15. What happened to Halep? She retired last year, 12 months ago. All right, 30-15. Eala serves again. There's a backhand return from Cirstea to the forehand of Eala. Backhand now from Cirstea in the nets. It's 40-15. 40-15. Eala to take the first game of the day, or the night, for her. Sinner's match is a second round match. First serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. As Eala double faults, 40-30. By the way, chat, we're almost at 700 likes. Don't forget to subscribe as well. If you haven't already, we're trying to get to 300 million subscribers in my lifetime. So we're going to try and do that. And if we can't get there, I'll take 1 million. I'll suffice. 1 million will suffice. Just a mil. Just a million. Sure. All right, 40-30. Eala serves. Into the back of Cirstea. Return goes to forehand of Eala. As Cirstea forehand into the forehand of Eala on the stretch. Cirstea backhand. Down the line. Good shot. Eala puts up a lob. And Cirstea with a smash. She missed it completely. And it's 1-1. And Sinner is serving to stay in the set. Runa's watching Sinner Popyrin. I love that. I love that for Runa. He's doing some scouting when he's off the tour. All right, 1-1. Eala holds. As return goes in the net by Eala. Good serve. Cirstea, 15 love. Are you going to cover Del Rey at all? I know it's not exactly a massive deal. We might watch. I mean, it depends on who plays each other, right? It's hard because like Dubai is such a big tournament for the ladies, and Doha for the men is a massive event with the massive names. Delray Beach is a 250. That's the problem. I mean, look, if it's like a Fritz versus Tien semi-final, maybe, or maybe like a Rude versus Fritz final, maybe. But yeah, unfortunately, Delray Beach and Rio as well. I mean, Rio is a 500, and can't watch that either because Doha is taking over. As that goes out by Eala, 30-15. Sinner 30 love here as Popperin hits it back. Sinner with a smash. Oh, it's in the net. Ooh. Sinner rushed that smash. 30-15. By the way, Shelton is not playing Acapulco next week. And still not knowing whether or not not sure whether or not Draper is playing Dubai. He's on the list, but I don't know if he's actually playing yet. He hasn't pulled out yet, so that's a good thing. Double fault from Castella. 30-0. Chance for Eala to get an early lead. Sinner hits a winner, 40-15. All right. Nice return from Eala, 30-40. Here we go. Castella is starting to figure out what Eala can do. Great return, cross-court winner. 40-30. Sinner hits a 4-in winner, 5-0. All right, good serve from Castella. And we get the deuce. Is it true that the quarterfinals of Dubai have already been played? No. They play tomorrow. All right, Sinner levels 5-0. All right, deuce here as Castella serves. Down the tee, great serve again. Eala gets it back though. Backhand from Castella to the backhand of Eala as Castella forehand. Into the backhand of Eala. Castella with a forehand again to the backhand of Eala. Oh, and Castella picks it up with a lovely winner. Great hands from Castella at the net. Jeez, that was a great pass by Eala. Castella, that was tough. That was so tough. That was so tough. Castella made that. I mean, she didn't make it look easy because it definitely wasn't easy, but that was crazy. Like, I thought Eala did enough. All right, Castella serves. I felt second serve. Like, it looked like Castella was going to get past for sure. Like, there was no chance she was getting that back. All right, return goes in the form of Castella, but Castella hits it wide. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. All right, love 15. Poppy in trouble. As that goes to the net by Castella, she's in trouble. Advantage Eala. Eala to get the early break. Great serve, Poppy down the tee, 15-0. All right, Castella with a fault. Second serve. Second serve into the back end of Eala. Good return to the front of Castella. Eala on the attack. Oh, hits it in the net. God, Eala had the easy shot. Oh, Eala just pointed at her leg. I think Eala's hurt her leg. The one that's strapped up. Eala just pointed at her leg. And Castella's having a chat to the umpire. Is Castella already getting affected? Castella's already yapping to the umpire. I think it's got to be about the crowd. It has to be, right? It has to be about the crowd. It has to be. We knew she was. We knew she wouldn't take shit from this crowd, but she also can't let it affect her, Castella, otherwise it's going to be it. 15-30 here, Sinner's trying to break. But Eala pointed at her leg and looked at the coaches and pointed to her leg, so hopefully it's nothing serious. Sinner's got break points, nobody cares anymore. This is what Popper to win. Anyways, Castella hits it wide. But Castella's got to keep it locked in. She can't let this crowd know that it's affecting her. Otherwise, it's going to get louder. Advantage Eala. Sinner's got break points. Good serve out wide as a let from Castella. Good serve from Popper, and he saves 130-40. All right, advantage Eala serve. Is a fault from Castella. Second serve. Second serve, Castella. Into the back of Eala. Return goes into the back of Castella. Castella hits it out. 2-1 Eala. She gets the early break. All right, 30-40 here. Sinner still break point. Poppy serves the floor to Sinner. Return goes into the floor to Popper, and Sinner. Backhand cross court. Poppy's there with a slice. Sinner comes to the net with a slice. Popper and pass. Goes long. Oh! Oh, it went long. Did it go long? Oh, it went long. Sinner sitting down. Sinner breaks. He just overhit it, Poppy. All right. Sinner's going to serve the match. I tell you, though, look, even if Poppy goes down, I'm bloody proud of the effort he's put in. He has pushed Sinner here, and it's only going to be 2 breaks the difference. Especially the second set. Poppy's played some great tennis against Sinner. God, he just overhit it. Just gave it a little bit too much height. He thought he made it, and then he went to shake his racket, and he's like... Oh. Anyways, will Coco crumble against Eala like she did against Mboko in Canada? I have no idea. He unbuttoned the top button. He did! He hurt us. He hurt us. He must have hurt us. All right. 2-1 Eala. She's got the break. She has got the break. By the way, chat, we're almost at 1,000 likes. So thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got Alcaraz coming up next as well. So stay tuned. All right, backhand return from Castella to the forehand of Eala. Backhand of Castella to the backhand of Eala. That's Castella forehand again to the backhand of Eala. Oh, Eala hits it wide though. And it's love 15. Why is Castella annoyed? I wouldn't say she's annoyed. She had a word to the umpire, and I couldn't exactly hear what she's saying, but we can only guess that it's probably something to do with the crowd. Pia!
Thanks, Cams, for Alex cover. Rooting for Alex too.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Love 15 as Eala serves a fault second serve. Love the Simpsons mug. Yeah, I love this mug too. I found it at a thrift store for $2. So, it's a steal. Love 15. Oh, double fault Eala. Love 30. Now, even though Castella, whatever she's dealing with, trying to internally, deal with the crowd, let's keep an eye on Eala because while Castella was off talking to the umpire, Eala pointed to her leg, the one that's strapped up, and she looked at her coaches and she pointed. So it might be bothering her a little bit. So let's keep an eye on her physically as she hits that forehand cross court. The backhand of Castella, who hits it in the net, and it's 15-30. All right, 15-all here as Sinner tries to serve this match. The umpire reminded the crowd after Castella talked to the umpire. Yeah. So she definitely talked about them. All right, well, great drop shot from Sinner. 30-15. All right, 15-30 here as we have a backhand return from Castella in the net. 30-all. 30-all. Sinner 30-15 as he tries to win this match. Eala serves 30-all. First serves a fault, second serve. Yeah, don't worry. Eala will not retire this match. She does not retire matches. Good return from Cirstea. Then a drop shot. Oh, in the net. Wasn't a bad idea. Eala would have struggled to get there. 40-30, Eala to take the 3-1 lead. Arian.
Cam is Gotan cool.
Thank you for the $2. Appreciate that. Match point, Sinner. As he serves. Down the tee, the back of Poppy. Poppy in the net. Sinner wins. But I tell you, Poppy hasn't had the greatest time lately. That was a great effort. For somebody who's not been in the greatest of form, to push Sinner, at least, physically push Sinner a little bit towards, especially the second set. I'm happy with Poppy there. That was something to hopefully build on over the next couple of weeks. But Sinner's too good. And he wins in straights. All right. If you want to keep watching this Eala match, jump on over. We're going to merge the streams. But Sinner is through in straight sets. And we've got Alcaraz coming up next. He's taking on Roya, which I have no idea what that match is going to look like, but we're going to watch it. We're going to see what happens. All right, Poppy leads the court. All right, advantage at Cirstea, by the way. Chance for her to break back. Hey, thank you, Walk, for the £2 super sticker. Appreciate that. All right, advantage Cirstea. Serving to the backhand of Cirstea. Return goes to forehand of Eala. Cirstea forehand to the backhand of Eala. Into the forehand of Cirstea on the stretch. Eala backhand down the line. Cirstea gets up with the backhand crossed. Into the forehand of Eala. But Eala hits it long. Eala is falling off her forehand. And again, I know I'm going on about it, but she was pointing at that bandage on her leg. And she does seem to be... I know that Cirstea is hitting the ball in more than Paolini was last night, but it does feel like Eala is a little bit off balance. And maybe reluctant to put weight on the leg. But we'll keep an eye on it. And we're back on serve. 2-0. As a return from Eala goes in the back of Cirstea. That's a great shot. And Eala didn't run for that one. She knew that wasn't coming back. All right, 15 love. $2005.
Cheap coffee on me, bud.
Hey, thank you for the 5. Appreciate it. All right, I don't know how much coffees cost anymore. I don't know if a cheap coffee's $5. I mean, I could probably get a couple of coffees with that if I go to a really cheap place. All right, 30 love. Back in for Cirstea in the net. 30-15. Menchik Sinner tomorrow. Ooh. We're getting some good matches. Rublev Tsitsipas is also happening tomorrow. Alcaraz will take on Hashanov, which is probably less interesting out of the bunch, but yeah, I'm excited. There's some matches. There are some matches around tomorrow, especially in Dubai as well. Forehand goes in the forehand of Eala, backing out from Cirstea down the line. Eala's got that with a backhand into the forehand of Cirstea. Eala backhand on the stretch. Cirstea comes in with a drive volley winner. Good shot. 40-15. 40-15. But yeah, Menchik taking... I tell you, and Menchik can take some notes off Popyrin there, because Menchik and Popyrin do have some similarities. All right, good serving from Cirstea. She gets back in front, and she jogs to the chair. 3-2. 3-2 Cirstea. All right. 3-2. How's Eala's moving after she pointed at her leg? Her movement's okay. But it just... She just seems hesitant at times moving moving around a little bit. Like putting weight on the leg to load up on shots. That seems to be an issue. Am I following Delray Beach? No. No, I'm not. I'm asleep when it happens. I'll probably follow it more over the weekend when they get to the semis and stuff. Rublev Alcaraz semi is much more interesting than Stefanos Alcaraz. I agree. Steph played a great match today against Medi, but I agree that, I think it would definitely be more interesting to watch. Rublev would have more of a chance of winning, I guess. Is Sinner practice at playing against ball kids? So wait, so when you win a match, you've got to then play against a couple of random children. Is that what happens? Is that what? I guess they're paying him millions of dollars to be there. So I mean, like, what can have a couple of hits with these kids after your match? You are getting paid millions of dollars to be there. It's the least you could do. All right, Eala to serve 3-2. Cirstea. It's been a 21-minute set so far. As Cirstea hits out in the return, 15 love. Yeah, I'm just kidding, by the way. So don't take what I say seriously. I was just joking. Sinner looked like he was having a great time. All right, 15 love. As Cirstea returns in the front of Eala. Cirstea forehand pass. Eala with the volley. Oh, it's in the net. I think Cirstea's shot was going long. Eala probably should have left it. 15 all. I'll tell you though, chat, it doesn't feel... The atmosphere feels different tonight. It definitely doesn't feel like yesterday. And Eala doesn't seem as intense as yesterday. So far. Like, she seems a little... Even when she had the break, she seems a little less, like, fiery today. At the moment. Maybe that'll change. Good shot from Eala, 30-15. Maybe that'll change in a couple of games, but so far, Eala doesn't seem as fired up. You got to remember as well, having a big win against someone like Paolini and then coming back the next day to do it again, that's also not an easy thing to do. Emotionally as well, because yesterday, huge win, right? Maybe the career best win. And then to back it up against somebody who's lesser ranked as well, it's emotionally draining, you know. She put a lot of fight into that match yesterday, but she holds easily, 3-0. All right, 3-0. I'll tell you what, these commentators are fucking loud. God, they're loud. God, am I loud? I'm not that loud, am I? Am I loud, chat? I'm not loud, am I? I feel like I whisper. I'm just whispering. We're just talking softly. It's 3-0. I'm not loud. First serve's a fault. Second serve. As Cirstea double faults. Love 15. Love 15. As the return goes in from Eala. Love 30. Love 30. Chance for Eala to break. Roya is juggling in the behind the scenes before he comes out on court. Good serve from Cirstea. By the way, chat, this court level camera is garbage. Can we never do this again? It's okay when it's like watching a practice or something, but God, I can't stand court level coverage during a match. It's so, like, I might be on my own, but court level camera sucks. Like, this angle camera sucks. You can't tell if the serve is in or out. You can't tell if Castella's going to hit it out or in. Eala hits it back into the back of Castella, into the back of Eala. Castella forehand, winning it down the line. God, yeah, it's terrible, right? For watching a match, it's terrible. For watching watching practice and stuff, it's really educational. But for this, for a match, it's like, bro, I can't see shit. 30-all. Serve. It's a fault, I think. I just heard the noise. Second serve. Second serve, the front of Eala. Great return. Castella goes down the line wide. Eala's got a break point. 30-40. Eala's attacking Castella's serve because she keeps missing first serves. All right, 30-40. Alcaraz about to walk out on court, by the way. All right, 30-40 serve. There's a fault. Another fault from Castella. She can't buy a first serve. Nick Kyrgios, Wimbledon. Second serve. Into the back of Eala. Return goes in front of Castella. Off the tape. Eala comes in. Oh, but hits in the nets. On the backhand, and we get to deuce. And again, Eala just doesn't have that spark at the moment. I know that she missed the shot. Why would she celebrate her missing? But I don't know. I mean, she just seems a little... She seems nervous, Eala. Good return. And then Castella hits a winner for advantage Castella. Like, Eala seems nervous, which last night she wasn't nervous. Advantage Castella. The crowd is disgusting. Bro, it's not that deep. Relax. Don't use big words. Thanks, Gene, for the schedule. So, yeah, Alcaraz and Sinner are playing tomorrow night. No surprise. No surprise. No surprise. They paid them billions of dollars. They might as well put them on in prime time, right? No, advantage Castella to get back the lead. Serve the Fort of Eala. Great. Oh, return the net. I mean, I couldn't see that return. Can we move the camera back, please? I can't see. 4-3. 4-3. Castella holds. Maybe the leg's hurting her more than she's letting on. Well, that's the thing. That's... Is Castella talking to the umpire? No? I don't know what's going on. She's looking annoyed. Yeah. I don't like. Yeah, maybe her leg is bothering her more than. Well, she's not. She's not letting it affect her. By the way, Castella's talking to the umpire. No, I don't know what she's just asking the umpire what he had for dinner. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what she said. The camera angle's so dumb. Thank you. Okay, so it's not just me. I'm not dumb. Alcaraz walking out. God, he is the king, isn't he? He is. You know what, chat? I just wish Alcaraz was a little less happy. Not that that sounds bad. I just wish Alcaraz was a little more. What's the word? Not aggressive, because he is. He plays aggressive. Not angry. Actually, no, angry. Because he's walking out and he's just like. And I'm like, yeah, you should be happy. You've got 7 Grand Slams and you're kicking everyone's ass. But I just wish he was like, no, not even serious. I want him to be like annoyed. Like, I wish he wasn't so jolly. I just wish he was a little bit more like Rafa was, like intense when he walks out and he's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm here to kick ass and take names. I'm not here to say hello. But he walks out, he's just like, he is locked in. Like, that's the thing. As soon as the match starts, he's in, right? But I just want him to be like headphones on and just like walking out. He's a smiling assassin, though, so... And that's what makes him great, and what makes him different compared to every other person who plays tennis and walks out with a serious look on their face. But I don't know, I just want to... Just love it if... angry Alcaraz is never going to be beaten. Like, you won't be able to beat that guy. If he starts getting angry, if he has, like, a bad breakup, or you know, somebody, like, you know, messes up his water bottles or something, I don't know what pisses him off, but if someone pisses him off, he's going to be very angry. And he's going to blame it on the next guy that plays against him. 30-15. All right, Eala, 30-15. She's down at 4-3. Castella's got the lead. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. We're back. Alcaraz taking on Roya, the Frenchman. He took a Frenchman on yesterday, avoided a third set. So let's see if Alcaraz can keep it going. There's Eala, 30-15. 30-15, Eala. Serving the forehand of Castella. Forehand from Eala in the backhand of Castella. Into the forehand of Eala down the line. Castella gets with the forehand cross court. Eala's there with her backhand. Castella, forehand down the line in the net. Ooh, that was an opportunity. So the winner of this match between Alcaraz and Roya will take on Khachanov, who beat Fucsovics in 3 sets earlier today. Also, Tsitsipas versus Rublev in the quarters as well. So possibly a Rublev-Tsitsipas match for Alcaraz. If he gets to the semis, he'll have to play one of them. 40-15. As Eala looks to level this set. As the return goes to forehand of Eala, backing out from Castella. Eala into the forehand of Castella, and Castella is a passing shot winner. All right. Well, did Australia win a gold medal again, or are you just sending me a random thing? Was that a gold medal to Australia, or what happened? By the way, I'll tell you, speaking of gold, I love the ATP graphics that when Alcaraz plays, everything's in gold. That's a great little touch, and I noticed it because I notice these things because I have a graphical creative eye, and I love it. I love that they're just, every time Alcaraz plays, his resume is in gold. No one else's resume is in gold. Only Alcaraz for now. I'm sure if somebody else gets to number 1, they'll change it. But I noticed that ATP. Don't you think I didn't see that? And I love it. Keep it going. Grand Slams take note. The world number 1 and WTA do it too, right? I love that. I love that the number 1 in the world's getting the gold treatment. Deuce here has been a forehand from Eala into the backhand of Castella. But Castella hits it long. Eala gets to advantage. I forgot about Davis Cup. What do you think about Australia losing to Ecuador? Look, just like the cricket, we don't talk about Davis Cup. All right, advantage Eala to level this first set. As Eala serves a fault second serve. Cam, you got the AO shirt, 2026 shirt. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. As Eala hits that one long, we're back to deuce. I have my Alcaraz wall behind me. There are plenty of room for more. Because I'm sure he's going to win one more slam, at least. I mean, if he doesn't win a slam, that'd be crazy. If he doesn't win one more slam. All right. Deuce as Eala serves. Into the forehand of Castella. Return goes into the forehand of Eala. That's a good shot. Eala gets to advantage. So Roya Alcaraz playing for the first time. All right, advantage Eala. He's winning at least 30. Okay. All right. Advantage Eala. Serving to the forehand of Cirstea. Good return. Eala back in on the stretch. Cirstea forehand crossed into the back of Eala. To the back of Cirstea on the stretch as Eala takes over. But then hits a forehand deep into the back end of Cirstea. Back end of Eala to the back of Cirstea. Eala goes down the line. Cistea's over the forehand on the stretch in the net. Eala holds 4-4. Gritty hold. 4-all. Four games all. Now tomorrow, I don't know what we're watching tomorrow. We'll watch Eala Gauff, obviously. Sinner's playing Menchik. We'll definitely watch that. And then we're definitely going to watch Alcaraz versus Hashanov as well. On the women's side, I mean, there's Anisimova versus Andreeva is a huge matchup too. As Cirstea hits a good serve and it's 15-love. Or does she hit a fault? Oh, it's a fault. Second serve. Yeah, there's actually a lot of good matches on tomorrow. Serve in the back of Eala. Good return. The forehand of Cirstea. Eala with the forehand of the stretch. Lob goes up. Cirstea comes in with a drive volley into the forehand of Eala. Lob goes up again. Bounce smash. Cirstea puts it away. And Cirstea just rock solid in that rally. 15-love. All right, 15-love. Alcaraz Roy about to start. Roy to serve. Never watched Roy in my life, so I don't know what to watch. Serves an ace, though. That's a good start. I have no idea what Roy is going to bring to the table, but anybody know anything about Roy? Give us a little bit of help, because I've never watched him before. I've heard of his name. I've just never seen him in the flesh till tonight. He's wearing pink. I don't know what brand that is, though. Anyways, 30-love. Cirstea, forehand winner. 40-love. As Alcaraz back into the line, the forehand of Royer on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand goes long, and it's 30-love Royer. And I'm probably butchering his name, but that's okay. We'll get it right eventually. Yeah, Goran's coaching Feast. What do I think? I think that's great. I'm so excited for Feast. Feast. We should be paying attention to Arthur Feast this year, if you haven't already. As Cirstea in the net, 40-15. Royer difficult to break. Okay. So Royer, I'm guessing big serve. Scary big serve. Tell you what, he is nailing forehands, but he missed it. Anyways, 30-15. Yeah, Royer seems like he's a bit aggressive, which is interesting. Not long ago, he won a tournament, and then a final of another, and won in an upset. Okay. All right, Cirstea holds 5-4. Eala's going to serve to stay in the set. All right, Alcaraz, he's taken over. 30-0. Will Royer upset Alcaraz? I would be very highly surprised. I hope his number one streak continues as long as possible. I have to say that this kind of surface will enhance a lot the key tennis skills of Royer. Okay. Let me do a little bit of research on Royer. Valentin Royer. That's a popular name, Valentin. I feel like a lot of players are having that name. So he was on a very bad losing streak recently. Shit. He lost, I want to say, 9 matches in a row. He was on an 8-match losing streak until this week. And then he won against Hugo Zobert.
For always being hyped up calling plays, go Alex, win or win.
Thank you for the $5. Nian, appreciate it. Happy to be here. 40-30 Royer. So Royer, he lost to Zverev in Shanghai. He made the final of a tournament in China, lost to Bublik. But he did beat Rublev and Tien along the way. So that's probably the match you were talking about, right? He's played a lot of qualifier matches to get into the top where is he? Top 60. He was outside the top 100 a year ago, playing a lot of challenger events, doing well on the challenger circuit. He actually was kind of dominating on the challenger circuit. He won last year to start the year. He won like 2 challenges in a row, and then made a final of another. So really grinding it out to get to the majors. 24 years old, so Sinner generation. But yeah, had an 8-match losing streak to end the year, which is not ideal. And to start this year. He lost first round Auckland, first round Hong Kong, first round Australian Open, first round Montpellier, first round Rotterdam. But he did lose to Fritz in Australia in a 4-setter. And he did lose to Feast in Montpellier. So maybe not the worst result. Ended last year losing to Norrie and Metz, who I think made the final. He lost to Quarter and Fakina in Paris. As a lucky loser, he lost in Paris twice. So yeah, I mean, maybe just a tough one. Anyway, it's 15-love. Eala serving to level this first set. As Castella returns the 4 to Eala. Castella 4 on the stretch. Goes long. 30-love. We might watch Steph Rublev. I don't know. It just depends on what happens with the ladies' matches too. I want to watch Anisimova Andreeva. That's one of the big ones tomorrow. Pegula Townsend's tomorrow too. That could be interesting. All right. 30-love. As Eala serves again. As we're back in now from Eala to the forehand of Castella. Forehand from Eala to the backhand of Castella. As Eala forehand down the line's a winner. 40-love. Nice hitting from Eala. 40-love. All right, 40-love. Eala to level this first set. Also, Alcaraz at 30-15. As Alcaraz comes to net, puts away the smash. Oh no, he missed it! 30-all. Alcaraz missing the easiest smash ever. And Alvaro's like, mate, that's not what I told you to do. I thought I was head coach. Anyway, it's 5-5. Eala holds. Alvaro's like, dude, that's the worst smash you've ever done. I'm going to get in trouble for that. All right, 5-all. Eala holds. But yeah, Eala looks a lot more nervous tonight than she has. I wouldn't say she's limping, but there definitely seems like there's some trouble with the leg, which might be why she's not as fiery as last night. I mean, last night, that second set was physical. The first set she cruised, but the second set was physical to win that match. All right, back in from Castella goes out. Love 15. Alcaraz holds, and it's 1-1. Doesn't seem Coco's biomechanics coach is working. Is he still around? Yeah, well, it's not going to be instant. It's going to take time. These things don't happen overnight, always. All right, love 15. Castella serves into the back of Eala. Good return to the forehand of Castella. Eala. Backhand again to the forehand of Castella. But Eala hit it wide. 15-all. By the way, thank you, JSW, for the $15 super chat. Appreciate that. Oh, the tip, sorry. Donation. I know YouTube terminology. Hey, thank you for that. All right, 15-all. Castella serves again. As the return goes back into Castella. Forehand from Eala. Into the forehand of Castella. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Castella on the stretch. Eala, open court, is a winner. 15-30. Beautiful hitting from Eala. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again from Castella. There's a fault. Ooh. Ooh. Second serve. Yeah, a lot of faults, I know, right? She's missing a lot of serves, is Castella. Alcaraz, by the way, good return from him, and he's at 15-30. Alex is a fighter, never gives up. Yep. All right. 15-40. Eala with the break points to take the break and serve for the set. It's been a physical set. Cirstea has not helped herself with a lot of missed serves, but she hits a good forehand down the line. 30-40, and she's yelling now. Ooh. Cirstea's getting fiery. She's having a massive... I don't know if she was talking to the coach, but she was really going at the coach there. She was getting vocal. Alcaraz with a lovely volley. Roya with a pass. Alcaraz puts it away. 15-40 Alcaraz. 30-40, still a break point for Eala. Return goes into the forehand of Cirstea. Great shot down the line. Eala gets it back. Cirstea forehand. Straight to Eala, who gets it back to the back end of Cirstea. Eala forehand inside out. Cirstea in trouble. As Eala with the drop, with a slice. Cirstea forehand. That's going to go long. There's the break. Eala takes it 6-5. She's going to serve for the set. Chill cam. Why tell me to chill? I'm not the one yelling at my coach. 15-40, Roya in trouble. Eala 6-5. By the way, Cirstea, she had a very easy forehand that she could have hit anywhere else, and she hit it straight to Eala. And as soon as she did that, she lost the point. Alcaraz breaks 2-1. 2-1. All right, Eala's going to serve for the first set. And Alcaraz is up a break in the first set already. I wish all the Masters were back to 7 days and not 12. I agree. Also, I wish there was a week between them. Because back-to-back clearly doesn't work. And I'm sure the Dubai Championships are saying the same thing. If it wasn't for Eala and bringing the crowds, I mean, I don't know how this tournament would be very, very annoyed at the way things have been. Because it has been a very... It has been a very hurt tournament. A lot of players withdrawing, even today. All right. Yeah, let's turn for the set. 6-5. Alcaraz always seems to get easy draws. Okay, I mean... He makes him look easy. He almost went 3 sets against Rinderknecht in the first round. That wasn't easy. That was a tough match. Backhand from Eala to the forehand of Cirstea. Forehand from Eala. Again to the forehand of Cirstea, but she shanks it wide. And it's 15 love. All right, 15 love. Eala is just clutching it at the moment. All right, 15 love. Roya with a lovely backhand pass. All right, Eala serves. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Return the backhand of Eala. Cirstea forehand. Into the backhand of Eala as Cirstea backhand goes in the backhand of Eala to the backhand of Cirstea. Eala back on the stretch. Cirstea forehand goes wide. And it's 30 love. And again, Eala just, Cirstea just making the error. All right. 30 love. Remember, Cirstea hasn't lost a set since the Australian Open. 30 love. As Eala serves, a fault. Second serve. Roya 15-30, by the way. He's trying to get the break back. As the return goes back into Eala. Forehand now from Cirstea. Eala backhand is into the forehand of Cirstea. She hits it straight to Eala, who goes cross-court the backhand of Cirstea. Eala backhand slice. Cirstea. Backhand again into the forehand of Eala. Down the line to the forehand of Cirstea. Eala back in the rally. Goes down the line. Castella's there with the backhand into the backhand of Eala. As Castella forehand goes down the line in the net. And Eala goes to 40 love. I'll tell you, Castella is just making some poor shot selection. Because she's been on top of some of these rallies. But then she'll just hit it to Eala when she has the advantage. And Eala gets back in the rally and then it's over. 40 love. Set points for Eala to take the first set. By the way, Royer's got break point to break back. All right, serve. Eala into the backhand of Castella. Forehand from Eala down the line. That's long. 40-15. 40-15. $30-40 Alcaraz. He's still in trouble. All right, set point number 2 for Eala. Serve to the backhand of Castella. Return goes back into Eala. Castella, forehand. Again to the backhand of Eala. Down the line to the backhand of Castella. Eala comes in with a volley. Castella's going to hit there with a pass. Eala volleys. Castella backhand pass. That's too good. Great hands from Castella. And I think she looked at the umpire and was like, these people are yelling at me while I'm trying to hit a backhand. I think that's, the umpire's telling the crowd, don't celebrate until after the point's over. It's so tough though, because they're getting excited at what might happen. Like they're getting excited that Eala is about to win the point, but it's just a little bit too early. And it is frustrating for Castella, but it's like, yeah, but you want people to celebrate, like get excited over what's going on. Anyway, still a set point. As Castella returns into the front of Eala. Castella backhand. That's out. Eala wins the first. Castella lose the first set for a long time. Since Osaka in Australia. Alcaraz holds 3-1. But man, it's just so hard because the crowd are getting excited like in anticipation of Eala winning the point. And you don't want to lose that energy because I think that's so much fun. But it isn't fair to the opponent, but it's also like, I don't think the umpire should like stamp it out unless they're like full on like yelling while she's trying to hit the ball. But I think the crowd's annoying. Well, look, each their own. I think the crowd's fun. All right, 15 winners, 30 errors from Castella. Eala, 6 winners, 19 errors. So it wasn't pretty. But Eala served better, and that was the difference. 3-1 for Alcaraz, by the way. As he hits a return winner, and it's love 15. Castella needs to focus and stop crying. I don't think she's crying. She's just looking at the umpire like, his job is to keep the crowd under control, right? It's the umpire's job. The crowd has no education. Shut up. Shut up. Stop being a gatekeeper. He's so annoying. Everybody's sitting on their high horses being like, no, you're not allowed to be a part of tennis because you don't celebrate properly. Like, shut up. Stop being a gatekeeper. Nobody likes those people. Who died and made you the king? Sitting on your throne. You're not allowed to be a supporter because you cheered 2 seconds earlier. Shut up. Bring your own warrior at the venue, yeah. And look, Castella is 35 years old. She has been in these situations before. She should know how to deal with these situations. Now, by the way, Castella is not yelling and screaming and losing her mind at the umpire for this. She's dealing with it well. She's just, reminding the umpire, hey, can you make sure that they're not interrupting me, please? She's not going out of it. She's not losing her mind, right? She's not, let's not get it twisted. Yeah, Castella is keeping her cool. But she's just, friendly reminding the umpire, you know what? You need to tell them to, let me hit the shot and don't celebrate while I'm hitting. But again, they're just excited. They're just excited about Eala winning points, all right? Don't get all like, the rules of being a fan of tennis. You have to obey the rules. There's no rules. 4-1 winner by Castella, 15-0. I was quoting Penko. I know you were, and it was rude. It was rude when she said it, and it's rude when you say it. So don't. I know you're quoting Penko, but also don't call Filipino supporters uneducated. That's not smart. That's uneducated to say that. 30-15. Some people in the chat are more tilted than Cirstea about the crowd. 30-15. Serving to the backhand of Eala. Return goes to forehand of Cirstea. Eala backhand. Into the backhand of Cirstea. Again to the backhand of Eala. Cirstea backhand. Into the forehand of Eala. Again to the backhand of Cirstea. Cirstea hits it wide. 30-0. All right, 40-30. Roya, as he tries to hold. By the way, chat, Eala is smart. She is going to turn every match that she plays into a cauldron, and it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be like a Davis Cup atmosphere every time somebody plays her, and she's going to use that to her advantage because she is smart. As Eala hits the ball on the baseline. All right, Cirstea in the net, 30-40. 30-40. Break point. Eala. First game of the second. Cirstea keeps missing serve. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Eala. Return goes into the backhand of Cirstea. Eala forehand. Into the backhand of Cirstea. And Cirstea hits it out. Eala's got to set in a break. Alcaraz comes in with a slice forehand, but he gets past. Lovely shot by Roya. Advantage Roya. Stop gatekeeping. You think I'm gatekeeping? Bro, I'm kicking down the gate. I'm inviting everybody in. I don't think you know what gatekeeper means. Yeah, like every match is a Davis Cup match with Eala playing. Exactly. And that's going to be, like, she's smart enough to use that to her advantage. Every time you play Eala, it's going to be brutal. And that's such a smart thing to use to her advantage because she can't control the crowd. It's not her job. So if they're going to get a little rowdy, it's something you got to deal with. You got to deal with Eala's game plus the crowd. Every time she plays, that's an advantage. Like, that is a great advantage. And Eala's not going to tell the crowd to be quiet. She's just going to let the umpire do their job because it's the umpire's job to tell the crowd to be quiet. As Cirstea back into the line, Eala gets it back, but hits in the net. Love 15. And Eala looks a little bit less nervous now. She's still looking a little tentative, moving around, but... All right, Roya finally holds 3-2. And by the way, if anybody walks into an Eala match and gets surprised at this reaction of the crowd, then you haven't been paying attention. Like, you have not been paying attention, and you haven't done your homework, and that's your fault. You didn't study for the exam that is Alex Eala. If you're coming into this match and you're like, the crowd was loud, they were cheering my double faults, then you didn't do your job. You didn't study. Everybody playing Eala, doesn't matter if you're Coco Gauff, doesn't matter if you're Iga Swiatek, doesn't matter if you're Sorana Cirstea. You should all expect this to happen, especially because she's played 2 matches here already and the crowds have been crazy. Didn't you watch the Paolini match? Cirstea was at the Paolini match, so she knows. She should know. Well, she's dealing with it okay, though, Cirstea, to be fair. She's just giving the umpire a couple of nudges, but that's all. By the way, I don't think the crowd's going to be as rowdy against Gauff, because they kind of like Gauff. Because of the doubles she played with Eala, people have warmed to Gauff. So she probably won't get as many... She probably won't. I mean, there might be a little bit more of an even split. Maybe not even, but she might get more love than most of Eala's opponents when it comes to the crowds. But we'll see. Rules are rules that should be enforced. Cry more. As that return goes out by Cirstea, 30-15. All right, why don't you go call the manager? Go on, go call the manager. Go on, go call the manager. 30-15. Oh, Roy runs to the net and hits it in the net. It's 15-love. All right, Eala with a set and a break. As the return goes a forehand of Eala. Forehand from Cirstea. To the backhand of Eala. It's Cirstea forehand again to the backhand of Eala. To the backhand of Cirstea. But Cirstea hits it wide again. Man, Cistea's hitting too many errors to come back here. 40-15. 40-15. Eala to go to 2-love in the second. Cistea's game is just not working. It's not so much... the crowd is not as big of a problem as her errors. As Eala serves a fault. Second serve. All right, 30-15 here, Alcaraz. As a return the net by Cirstea. 2-love, Eala. Eala keeps her lead. All right, 30-15. Yeah, Alcaraz, good serve. Return goes in. Alcaraz drop shot winner. And it's 40-15. By the way, for those who are upset by the crowd and really, it really annoys you, instead of complaining, what's the solution? Like, what do you want to see happen? Like, what? Everybody gets kicked out of the stadium? Like, how do you fix this? Because, okay, you hate it. You can mute the TV. But if you hate it, like, what are they going to do? Like, what can they do? How can they fix this? They're not going to be able to fix it. They can ask the crowd nicely. But, like, what's your grand plan to fix this problem? Huh? Instead of just coming up with a problem, why don't you give me a solution? All I'm hearing is just, complaining. Like, what is the solution to this tennis etiquette issue? All right, Cistea's in all sorts of trouble now. 15-30. If she goes down a double break here, it's not going to work. She ain't going to come back. As Cirstea serves another fault. Second serve. By the way, Alcaraz is in trouble again. Deuce. Chance for Roy to get back on serve. As the return goes in, the forehand of Cirstea. Backhand out from Eala. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Eala backhand. Again to the forehand of Cirstea. Cirstea in the net. 15-40. Put robots in the crowd. Okay. All right, 15-40. More break points for Eala. As the return goes out by Eala, that's a good serve. Cirstea needs first serves. Like, first serves, that's the start. Still break point for Eala for a double break, 30-40. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serving the backhand of Eala. Backhand now from Cirstea down the line. Good shot. Eala gets it. Cirstea forehand. Again to the backhand of Eala. Into the backhand of Cirstea. But Cirstea hits it wide. There's the double break. 3-love. Eala is in control. All right, advantage Alcaraz as he holds 4-2 Alcaraz. Tennis is a respectful game. Maybe they will learn after 1 year. Look, if you don't like it, the only way they can do it is exactly with the umpire telling them, please don't do this, please don't do that. And hopefully, for your sakes, that you guys who are not happy, hopefully it doesn't happen it happens less in the future. But other than that, you can't do anything else. Like there's actually nothing you can do. Like the crowd could be cheering during the point. What's the umpire going to do? Kick out 10,000 people? Like there's nothing. The umpire can only tell them nicely. That's the only way. Like there's actually nothing that can be done. Unless like the WTA want to penalize the Eala, right? Which would be extreme to be like, by the way, your fans, they're a little bit too much, so you're getting in trouble. Like that's the only way. If like realistically, that's the only way that they could maybe make a change. Besides asking nicely and hoping things are different in the future. But have you watched Roland Garros? Have you watched New York, like the US Open when an American plays? Like, come on.
Yes, lots of new tennis fans, please be patient.
Exactly. New tennis fans are excited. You know, a breath of fresh air. And you might not like the way that they celebrate, but it's great to see new people getting into the sport. That's always a good thing. But there's nothing, they're not going to change it. What can you call too much? Exactly. Yeah, what's the limit? Like, here we go. Eala's in control. As the return goes into the slice of Eala, Cirstea forehand. Eala volleys. Cirstea puts up a lob. Eala puts it away. Great rally. And it's 15-love. By the way, the alternative to Eala bringing this crowd is no crowd. And no crowd sucks. Like, have you been watching the matches first thing in the morning when there's no one there? That atmosphere sucks. Like, did you watch Chen versus Anisimova? There was like 100 people there. It was quiet. That was not fun. That is not a good atmosphere. 15-love. I mean, if you think that you ban the crowd for Eala matches, like you ban them from going to her matches, that's not a good idea. Hey, Addy, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. Alcaraz, by the way, he is 30-all trying to get a double break here in the first set of his match. All right, 30-love Eala. Serving to the forehand of Cirstea. Return to the forehand of Eala, but Cirstea hit it long. 40-love. So, 40-love Eala. Roy with a great forehand. Alcaraz just slicing it back. And then Roy nails a forehand to the back of Alcaraz. Volley in the net by Roy. Damn, he played a good point, though. All right, 30-40 Alcaraz for the double break. All right, 40-love Eala for a 4-love lead in the second. And she serves a fault second serve. Serving to the back end of Cirstea, returning to the forehand of Eala. Cirstea forehand on the stretch, in the net, 4-love Eala. Cruising through this match. Okay. I mean, this is an impressive win. I thought it would be a lot tougher. Cirstea has been in great form. As Alcaraz gets a double break, 5-2. 5-2 Carlos. And like I mentioned before, the winner of this place, Coco Gauff, who barely made it through earlier today. If you watched the end of that one, that was crazy. She saved match points and everything. It's going to be interesting. Gauff versus Eala. That's a very interesting match. Very interesting match. And the way Gauff's been playing, I don't know what to expect from that one. again, like Paolini, it's probably a good time to play Coco Gauff. Like, if you're Eala, you got to be thinking, after this match, you got to be thinking, well, I can beat Coco. She's not playing great. Her serve is not being as dangerous as it could be. I'd be shocked if she won in straights again. But I think Eala could... again, just like Paolini, it's a good time to play Coco Gauff. She hasn't been convincing this week. If she was playing Anisimova in the next round, I'd go, that's pretty tough. Anisimova would look pretty good this week. But I don't know. I feel like against Coco, maybe there is a chance, chat. Ace from Cirstea, 30 love. 40-15. What am I watching? 40-15. Alcaraz serving for the first set, by the way. All right, Cirstea to get on the board. All right, Cirstea's on the board. It's going to take a hell of an effort to get back in this match, but she starts with this game. 4-1 Eala in the second. 15 love Alcaraz. He hits another good serve. 30 love. I'll tell you, I know we're not watching much of the Alcaraz match, and I apologize for that, but Alcaraz is playing well now, but he has had to work for this as he serves an ace. 40 love. It has been an effort for Alcaraz to get through this because Roya has made him play some shots, kind of like Popperin against Sinner. It was very competitive in some of these games. It's been a tough set for Alcaraz to get. 6-2 is a little misleading as that goes out by Carlos. It's 40-15. All right, Alcaraz serves another fault. Sorry, a let. Alcaraz serves a let. And if Cirstea is going to miraculously return, she has to break back right now. As Alcaraz with the volley into the front of Roya. Roya hits it wide. Alcaraz wins the first set 6-2. 6-2 Carlos. All right. It wasn't easy. It was about 36 minutes, but he definitely had to work for that set. All right, Cirstea needs games. She needs to break back. Starting here. As Eala. Nice serve. 15 love. As return goes in net, 30 love. All right, as we default second serve. Second serve Eala is a double fault. All right. 30-15. 30-15. As Eala serves a let. By the way, chat, I can hear cars outside. It means the world is waking up. As we serve out wide, the backhand of Cirstea. Return goes long, and it's 40-15. And by the way, this will be on earlier tomorrow, by the way. It will be earlier tomorrow. The Coco Gauff versus the Eala match. Hey, thank you, Johnny, for becoming a member. Appreciate that. As the return goes into the backhand of Eala, backhand up from Cirstea, into the backhand of Eala. As Cirstea with a forehand again to the back of Eala. Into the forehand of Cirstea, Eala backhand again. Goes in the net, 40-30. 40-30. Still a chance here for Eala to go to 5-1. Now we get another fault second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Eala, and Eala hits it long. And it's deuce. No, we get to deuce. Cirstea just digging in. All right. As Eala serves again. Serving to the back into Cirstea. Return goes to the front of Eala. As Eala hits it long. All right. Advantage Cirstea to get one of the breaks back. All right. A chance for Cirstea to get a break back. Also, Roya, 40-15 first game. Runa watching on. Serving to the forehand of Cirstea. Return goes back into Eala. As Cirstea forehand. Into the back of Eala. To the forehand of Cirstea on the stretch. Eala back and down the line. Too good. And it's back to deuce. Cirstea just couldn't do enough with that rally. Roya holds 1-love. All right, good volleys there from Roya. All right, back to deuce. Eala serves again. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Eala backhand to the forehand of Cirstea. Into the backhand of Eala. Cirstea forehand into the forehand of Eala. Again to the forehand of Cirstea, who goes down line for a winner. That's clean. Advantage Cirstea. Advantage Cirstea to take one of the breaks back. Only the third break point she's had all night. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Forehand from Eala down the line to the forehand of Cirstea. Into the backhand of Eala. As Cirstea can't get that one, Eala puts it away. And we get to deuce. Back to deuce. Beautiful backhand winner. Give me that game 7, please. What sport? All right, serving the back of Cirstea. Return the back of Eala. Cirstea forehand. Into the back of Eala as Eala hit the baseline and Cirstea hit it wide. Advantage Eala to get the 5-1 lead. Alcaraz, by the way, just rips a forehand winner down the line, 30-love. Alcaraz misses that volley. 30-15. 30-15. All right, advantage Eala to take a 5-1 lead. She serves. Into the forehand of Cirstea. Return goes to the forehand of Eala. Cirstea forehand on the stretch. Goes long. 5-1. Eala in the second set. And she hangs on to the double break. All right. She's one game away from a Coco Gauff match, which is kind of, it's a very intriguing matchup. Like, I don't know what to expect because Coco has not been playing well, and Eala, she has been on a roll this week. All right, love 15, 3 points away. Now we default second serve. As the return goes back into Cirstea, down the line to the back end of Eala, into the forehand of Cirstea. Eala forehand on the stretch goes long, and it's 15-0. Also, Roya trying to get a break here. Alcaraz back in down the line. That's wide, I think, or did it hit? No, it went wide. 30-40, Roya. Chance for Roya to get the break here in the second. The crowd will beat Gauff. I don't think the crowd is going to be a big factor on Coco. I think Coco's serve is going to be a big factor on Coco. As Cirstea hits it backhand wide. 15-30. 15-30. As we to serve now in the forehand of Eala in the net. 30-0. Good hitting from Carlos. He gets the deuce. By the way, Dutchie, I feel like we have very different views on what coming soon means. When you said coming soon, I thought you meant like within the next hour. I'm like, when's it coming out? Today? You had me scared. I wasn't ready. All right, 30-0. Even though, I mean, Dubai's for the men's is like, yeah, it's all right. It's not crazy. All right, 30-0. As the return goes back in Cirstea. That's a winner down the line. Beautiful shot, 40-30. All right, deuce here is Alcaraz backhand into the forehand of Roya. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Roya. As Alcaraz the forehand into the forehand of Roya. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Roya backhand on the stretch. Alcaraz drop shot. It's too good. Jeez. That is just crazy. That's crazy tennis. Advantage Alcaraz. No, you're right, Dutchie. I just was getting a little nervous because I thought the draw was coming out now. I wasn't ready. All right. Here we go. Eala's going to serve the match. 5-2. 5-2 Eala. All right, advantage Alcaraz. As he hits a forehand into the forehand of Roya. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Roya backhand cross court. Alcaraz the pass. Oh, it's in the net. That would have been a crazy... By the way, Roya rips it. I'll tell you, he has got some rippage on those ground strokes. Are you in Melbourne or are your clocks set to majors? I am in Melbourne, but also, yes. All right, Eala's going to serve to make the quarterfinals. By the way, if she does win this match, she will overtake Cirstea, and she will put herself at number 32 in the world, which means she might be able to get seeded at Indian Wells, which means she won't have to play any of the big guns until the third round. And she gets a bye in the first round, so she gets a day off. So that was a huge side quest in this match because Chen lost, Balick retired, Christian lost, and Cirstea versus Eala, this matchup was determining who would be in that top 30 because both of these players are not playing next week. So it was the last chance for these two to at least give themselves a chance of being seeded. And if Eala does win this next game, she will be the 32nd player in the world, and that is the cutoff for seeds. Now, there are tournaments next week that players could overtake her and push her out, but as of Monday, if she does win this match, she will be 32 in the world, which means there will be a chance, a big chance, she will be seeded at the Indian Wells, which again means that she won't have to play Second round Swiatek, second round Sabalenka, second round Gauff. She'll get third round against a top 8 player, but third round. And she gets a bye in the first round, which means she doesn't have to play. She'll play second round automatically, which is a bonus. All right, 5-2. Cirstea forehand to the backhand of Eala. Cirstea forehand into the forehand of Eala. Oh, Eala missed it. Love 15. By the way, Alcaraz still trying to hold. Advantage. Now, love 15, Cirstea. Oh, pardon me. Return goes to the back of Alcaraz. Backhand Roya. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. They go backhand Roya down the line. Good shot. Alcaraz slices back. It's long. Got Roya. Again, he got some shots. Back to deuce. There's Eala 15-0. Views on Sinner Menchik tomorrow? I don't have any views, but I'm excited. I'm so excited for that. All right, serve again from Eala. Here's a let. Yeah, Tsitsipas beat Medvedev today. That was huge too. That was such an interesting contest too. It was very, very... Steph played so well. He never plays well against Medvedev. Backhand from Eala into the forehand of Cirstea. Into the forehand of Eala on the stretch. Cirstea with a backhand down the line. Oh, it hit the tape and it went in. 15-30. Feast is in Sinner's part of the draw. Down the bottom. So Feast versus Sinner could be the semis. If he beats, if he gets through his match, who's he playing? He's playing Lehechka, who made the final last year. So that's not going to be easy. But if he beats Lehechka, he'll take on Sinner if Sinner beats Menchik. Good return from Cirstea. And then a backhand, in the net. Cirstea played a good return, but just not enough with the backhand. 30-0. 30-0. By the way, chat, I don't know who the WTA commentator is for this match, but he is annoying. I don't know who, his voice is kind of annoying, and I should mute the TV like I tell you guys to do. 30-0. He's very loud. And the other commentator's talking normally. Why is he shouting at her? Anyways, return goes by Eala. He's just rah, 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 and the other lady's yeah, Eala is a bit nervous right now. Why is he shouting at her? It's crazy. Does anyone know who it is? Alcaraz holds 1-0. Maybe they don't know that his volume's up too loud. Backhand return from Cirstea into the backhand of Eala. Eala goes wide. There's a break back. All right, 5-3. Cirstea gets one back. But Eala still got the insurance break. Look, you're looking at me going, Cam, you're saying someone's loud. You are saying look, if I can hear it over my voice, then it must be loud, right? If I can hear the commentator and I'm saying, geez, this guy's loud, and I'm speaking at the same time and I can hear it, you know it's bad. Usually I can't hear anything. Sounds like the Cookie Monster. Yeah, maybe it is. Somebody tell the Cookie Monster to shut up. Go eat some cookies. WTA TV need the commentary off button. I think ATP do that, don't they? I'm pretty sure Tennis TV have that option. I think they have an option of commentary, no commentator, right? But WTA, they don't have that button. 30 love. He's one of the worst. His voice is so grating. It's not that it's look, he doesn't, it's not bad. It doesn't sound bad. He just is loud. His voice is just very, again, I think it might just be the audio settings. His microphone is way louder than the co-commentator, and it's really hard to, because she's speaking softly and he's like up here. I'm like, I think it's just an audio problem. Like he's and also the audio for the match is very quiet. I can't even hear the crowd that much, but I can hear him. He's talking very close to the mic. Like his levels need to drop his levels down, because I can't even hear the commentary I can't even hear the noise of the crowd. When I turn it up, he's yelling at me. Return goes into the backhand of Cirstea, into the forward of Eala. Cirstea shanks it, goes long, and it's 30-all. Eala 2 points away. Yeah, the producer needs to play with the volume switch. 30-all here. Eala looking to get it done. Good serve. As the backhand, Cirstea is good. Eala puts up a lob. It goes in. And Cirstea puts away the smash. Whew. That could have been sketchy. 40-30. Cirstea to serve. To make Eala serve for the match again. I think you should take the announcer's job. You have a better voice. Again, it's not that he doesn't have a good voice. It's just that it's very loud. It's loud. It's. Look, I've never talked about the commentary on the TV because usually I don't hear it. But when it's like, yeah, as Cirstea holds, like his voice is up here, and the co-commentator's down here, and the audio for the match is like way down. I think it's just his microphone's too loud. I don't think it's his voice is too loud. They've just done him dirty and put his voice up louder than anything else. Like his voice is the loudest thing there is. I don't think it's his fault though. He's too close to the microphone? Maybe. But again, I think it's just like an audio level thing. Because all I can hear is this like booming voice, and I'm trying to hear what Cirstea is saying to the umpire, but I just hear this loud voice over the top. It's just, you gotta just turn it down. He can't be louder than Sabalenka. Okay. He's also very excitable. Well, that's great. I love that. I love when the commentators are like fired up. But yeah, his mic is way too loud. It's really distracting. Clearly, because I'm talking about it. And usually I don't talk about any of this. Okay. Here we go, chat. Eala's going to serve the match again. Will she get it done this time? 1 in the chat if you think yes. 2 in the chat if you think no. Will Eala hold serve to win the match now? 1 yes, 2 no. 3 if you're watching Alcaraz. All right. Will Eala be able to hold here? A lot of 1s. Couple of 3s. She will get broken, and I'm watching Alcaraz. Okay, fair enough. All right, Eala serves. Serving the back of Cirstea, but it's a let. Alcaraz, by the way, 2-1 or 1-2 down. Roya with the lead. Alcaraz overhits at love 15. God, Roya is suffocating in the way he plays. As Eala serves a fault second serve. Second serve into the back, and Cirstea return is wide. Oh, she went for it. Cirstea went for it, but she missed it. 15 love. Roya's got love 30. Roya's been in this match, just hasn't got much to show for it. All right, 15 love Eala. As we default second serve. Second serve. Eala trying to get this done to play Coco Gauff tomorrow. All right, 30 love, 2 points away. Eala 2 points away. As Cirstea with a forehand goes cross court and wide. Eala's got match points. And the crowd go wild. 40 love to Alex Eala to get it done. 40 love. Match points Eala to get to the quarters. She serves. Into the back end of Cirstea. Return the forward of Eala, who hits a winner down the line. Eala gets it done. A little fist bump. Very subdued reactions today from Eala. Cirstea with a friendly handshake. The crowd is going nuts, but Eala, just a low-key celebration. I don't think she's not getting, I mean, she is, she looks relieved. But she definitely had a lot more subdued reaction than yesterday when she, was very, very vocal. And now she's got to play Coco Gauff tomorrow. All right. And the crowd is going nuts. As expected, she hugs her family. And she is into the quarterfinals of a 1,000 for the second time in her career. And she's going to take on Coco Gauff. Great win for Eala. Great win. Cirstea had a great run. She's been playing really well this year. Cirstea, she's had a great run of tennis. And she just came up against an entire stadium full of people. By the way, Roya broke 3-1. I'm sorry, Alcaraz fans. We will get to him in a second. But Coco is now going to have to play Alex Eala and the crowd. But I don't think Coco's going to be bothered by the crowd. I don't think she's not going to be, the crowd is not going to affect Coco Gauff. Her game might affect her because obviously Coco's game has nearly lost her matches in the last two days. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting clash. As Alcaraz at love 15. Matthew.
Alex be swimming with big fishes again.
That's a very creative way of using the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you for the 2. Subdued celebration, and she does not get told off like Osaka did. Yeah, I mean, look, Cirstea. Look, I think Cirstea against Osaka was not happy with how she reacted. So it's cool to see that Cirstea kind of was like, you know what. It's Cirstea's final year. She doesn't want to, she even said she was disappointed, she said she was disappointed with how she reacted. So, yeah, she was clearly frustrated by things that were happening, but also, she didn't, there was no frosty handshakes. It's the final year. She's like, you know what? You got me. Too good. All right, 30-15 here, Roya, as he serves at 3-1. And that goes out by Roya. 30-0. MJ.
Thank you, Kem. Brilliant job, Alex.
I know, it was a great job, especially because yesterday was such a big win. And you couldn't fold her for... I mean, I was a little surprised she wasn't... Like, she was such a big underdog in this match, but... I also wasn't surprised that that first set was so crucial for Cirstea. And the crowd would have completely gone quiet as Alcaraz to the back end of Roya. Alcaraz backhand again, the back end of Roya. And the forehand of Alcaraz drop shot is good. Roya gets it with a slice. Alcaraz gets it with a forehand pass. Too good. 30-40. Alcaraz with a break point to break back and get back on serve in the second set. Yeah, and I gotta be honest. I think Cirstea handled the crowd pretty well. Yeah, she did ask the umpire a few times, like, "Can you tell them to not cheer during the point?" But she didn't look like she was. She wasn't outwardly like yelling at the crowd or yelling at the umpire. Like Cirstea handled it pretty well, considering how loud loud it gets, you know? Good sport for Cirstea. Yeah, she was a good sport. I don't think Cirstea lost because of the crowd. She was making just too many errors, and she was missing too many first serves. All right, break point for Alcaraz to get back on serve here. But yeah, Coco versus Alex tomorrow. Backhand return, and it's going to be earlier too. As a forehand from Alcaraz on the stretch, to the forehand of Roya. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Roya. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Roya. Forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz. But Alcaraz hits it out, and we get the deuce. Thank you, appreciate it. If you're leaving, don't forget to subscribe. We are at 286k. So thank you for that. That happened just before. I must have missed it. All right. Here we go. Alcaraz trying to get that break back. Roya with a great serve. Alcaraz shanks it. Advantage Roya. Roya is playing some tennis. And he was ripping the ball in the first game, on the first set, but this second set, he has been great. As he serves again, Roya. Serve out wide. Alcaraz returns. Goes long. Roya has got the 4-1 lead in the second. What a shot. What a great aggressive game he's got. 4-1. All right. All right, but in the meantime, let's just go through this Alex Eala match and talk about things real quick, and then we will merge the stream because Alcaraz might play a third. So we'll just watch Alex Eala beat Sorana Cirstea, who was on a great win streak, and Eala is into the quarterfinals of another Masters 1000 or WTA 1000. She's going to take on Coco Gauff tomorrow, but let's have a look at what actually happened during the match, because the first set was actually really, really close, and towards the end there, Cirstea had a little bit of a chance to come back. So you can see there, first set, well, the set score was 7-5, 6-4, 1 hour, 44 minutes, and Eala got off to a good start. She got off to an early break. She got up to 2-1, and then Cirstea broke back, and it went to 2-0. Then, again, a little bit of a chance there for Cirstea to get the lead. Sorry, for Eala to get the lead at 3-0. Cirstea ends up holding in a bit of a marathon. Then Eala plays a marathon at 4-3. So it was neck and neck until the end. And then it was at 5-0. Eala gets that break, and Cirstea ends up she almost got back to deuce there at 6-5, but unfortunately she couldn't save all the set points. And now in the second set, Eala started to run away. So she breaks early, gets the 1-love, then gets the 3-love, then 4-love, and then she gives one back. One of the breaks goes back. One of the holds for Cirstea goes to 5-1, and then Eala serving for the match for the first time. She gets broken, and then the second time, flawless. She serves and wins the game on her first match point as well. So very, very solid stuff. But the most important thing about this match is what it means for Eala's ranking. So Eala's ranking is actually going to be at a career high no matter what happens after this week. But at the moment, she is currently number in the live rankings. She overtakes Cirstea, and she's currently 32 in the live rankings, and overtakes Christian as well, who lost today, and Chen, who also lost today. So she overcomes a lot of players that actually failed in this round, and 32 in the world. If she doesn't go any further, if she obviously wins against Coco, that'll change again. She'll go even higher. But at 32 in the world, that's huge, because that could mean the difference between her being seeded at Indian Wells and being unseeded. So that's a big deal for her, and she obviously would love to beat Coco and solidify that top 30 spot. But yeah, career high ranking no matter what happens, but top 32 is very, very interesting. So there it is. That is what has happened through the last couple of hours for the Eala match, and she's at a career high ranking as of Monday, and possibly could go even further if she can beat Coco. Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching this video if you're watching it later, can she beat Coco? Is she going to beat Coco Gauff? I mean, it's a huge ask, but Coco hasn't played the best tennis this week, and there might be a little bit of a chance, but there it is. Eala, she gets through Cirstea, and she's into the quarterfinals of a WTA 1000 again. All right. By the way, Alcaraz is in big trouble. Side note, Alcaraz is in trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. Big trouble. All right. But I'm going to merge the stream. So if you want to keep watching Alcaraz, come on over. Jump on over here. As Alcaraz gets to 15:30. He's just trying. Sorry, 30-all, I mean. So jump on over if you want to keep watching. Nice coverage. Hey, appreciate that. But Alex Eala gets the win. She is into the quarterfinals, and she will take on Coco Gauff tomorrow, who barely got through her match. And it's she beats Cirstea 7-5 and 6-4. I'll see you guys tomorrow if you're not coming over. But come on over, watch Alcaraz. He's in trouble, and this could be a massive upset.